Hey all, Coldfire here. Today I'll do an in-depth analysis of the Photon Cabin. On this video, we will analyze Raw Cabin perk bonus using the new gun, the Pulsar. Also, we'll run a DPS comparison with the Photon Cabin using three different setups: a triple Aurora build, a build with one Aurora and three Prometheus, and a build with one Aurora and three Helioses. But before we begin, I would like to thank each one of my subscribers. At the moment of recording, I have already more than 200 subs. When I started out, I never imagined I would be here, so thank you guys. Also, if you're watching this video and you're still not subscribed to the channel, take your time and hit that subscribe button real quick. This video took several hours to put together and your subscription would help me a lot. I'm also doing daily CROSSOUT videos, and you can see the schedule of them on the bottom of your screen. Every day of the week, I bring a gameplay video with a different weapon setup. So enough of all this, and let's get to the analysis. First of all, I would like to say that I got really disappointed when I logged in and checked out the Photon Cabin. On the first official announcement, the perk was, and I quote, "All energy weapons deal 135% more damage to the heated parts." Now, the cabin is on live servers and the actual perk is: all energy weapons do 130% damage to heated parts. The more heated the part is, the higher the damage. And you might be thinking, well, 5% nerf is not that big deal, but pay attention to the word more on the pre-launch perk. So what that means is that the old perk should deal a total of 235% damage to heated parts. I think the devs in their minds considered a 35% bonus for the cabin plus 100% for the maximum heat bonus. And then they realized that this description was misleading. They changed it to an even more vague and confusing description. In order to try to make it clear, I'll test it in different scenarios. In the first test, we'll check the perk itself. Since I don't have a promo account just yet, I'll be just using vehicles from the exhibition. So thanks for the guys who put those builds there. At first, we do a single hit to the unheated cabin of our test vehicle. Then, we try to hit as little as possible and fire another shot. Finally, we hit up the target as maximum as possible and fire again the pulsar. To have a better look, let's look side by side in slow motion. So it's clear here that the perk is actually applying. However, we get weird results. It's understandable the 37.5% since we can't control the heat perfectly. However, the 160% increase in damage is totally strange. I encourage you guys to test it out by yourselves and tell in the comments what you find. And now we'll test the triple Aurora build. I was really excited to play with this build, but I don't know anymore if I want to. From top to bottom, we have a normal cab, a Photon Cabin, and a Photon Cabin. It's possible to see that the Photon Cabin have higher numbers on the damage ticks, however it's not that high as I thought it would be. Also, the time to kill is faster with the Photon Cabin, but it's not as faster as I thought it would be. That Leviathan target have 4k hit points, so if you divided the hit points by the time it took to kill, you get an average DPS for that build. The DPS bonus of 32% is consistent with the cabin description. We now repeat the same test with the different build, one Aurora and three Prometheus. Since it's not very easy to fire the same rate, we'll count the amount of shots it takes to kill instead of the time. You can see that for both setups, the number of hits it takes to kill is identical, 7 shots. We now repeat the same procedure but with the Helios instead of the Prometheus. Here we also count the number of shots it takes to kill the Leviathan. With the Helios, the number of shots to kill is 1 less for the Photon Cabin. The conclusions we can take from this is that the Cabin perk gives a 30% of bonus damage regardless the amount of hit. The Cabin perk don't appear to stack linearly with the hit bonus, since at full hit we got 260% damage with the Quasar. That is consistent with 2.0 times 1.3 equals 260%, instead of 2.0 plus 1.3 equals to 130%. And finally, using the Photon Cab with the burst guns showed almost no improvement when compared to the Quantum Cab. The trade-off between the two cabs is that the Quantum, every time you got hit by an enemy, you lose the perk for 10 seconds. However, with the Photon Cab, you need to make sure your target's hit. You need to consider this trade-off since it's not easy to mix two guns with very different gameplay mechanics. So that's it for this video. Hit the subscribe button if you like this video, and I see you next time.